Serves as co-founder and chairman of Proteus Systems. That's a company that will dramatically alter, in a really significant way, consumers' digital living experience. Previously, she was the co-founder and CEO of Telecom Technologies, and that company successfully merged with Sonos Networks in 2000, and we met Anousheh not long after that. Anousheh emigrated from Iran as a teenager, and when she came here, she did not speak any English. Anousheh has a bachelor's degree in electronics and computer engineering from George Mason University, a master's degree in electrical engineering from George Washington University, and an honorary doctorate from the International Space University. And not done yet, she is working towards another master's degree. This one is in astronomy. And in September 2006, Anousheh captured headlines around the world. She made history as the first female private space explorer and was the first astronaut of Iranian descent. She's author of a wonderful new book that's called My Dream of Stars, which she co-authored with Homer Hickam. Some of you may know Homer as the author of Rocket Boys, which was turned into the movie October Sky. She's also the subject of a new film, Space Tourist, and this is the key art from that film, which showed at Sundance, was this past January, was very well received, and won the World Cinema Documentary Prize for directing. Now, Anousheh lists her goals as act as a messenger to create public awareness and stimulate grassroots enthusiasm about the virtues of space exploration, a noble cause. She wants to inspire youth, especially girls around the world, to pursue their dreams. And she wants to promote peace and understanding amongst nations as the world's first space ambassador. And I'll be damned if she's doing all three, and doing a great job. She's our very dear friend, one of our longest and best supporters, and she, along with her husband and brother-in-law, have been great benefactors to us and the foundation. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you my friend Anousheh Ansari.
It's truly wonderful to be here. This is the best, coolest book signing that I've had so far, and I don't think anything can top it, because X-Prize is a very, very, very special place for me. And a place that, when I started getting involved with it, just completely changed my life. It wasn't always this nice, this big, in this wonderful space. It was in small offices with us gathering around small tables and always talking about how are we going to make it to the next day. And so we've come a long way. I remember when my family first decided to get involved with X-Prize and become the title sponsors, we would go to dinner with new friends, and they would ask us, what do you do? And this was after we sold our company, so we weren't at that time engaged in any active companies. So my husband always got a kick out of saying, we're building spaceships. And you can imagine the looks on people's faces. Building what? And at that time, it was truly something that no one believed can be achieved by private companies, small groups. It was still something that NASA and European Space Agency and Russian Space Agency could do. And so no one thought it would be possible. So you can imagine how excited we were in 2004 when the prize was won. And from that point onward, everyone who saw me never said, well, it can't be done anymore. And they were all believers. Every time I go to universities, especially, and talk to students, I have so many people come to me, so many students come up to me and say, Ansari X-Prize was great. What you guys did, has created hope for us. And some people even tell me they're saving their money for the ticket. So it's wonderful to see that and how it has changed. Of course, I really enjoyed being part of the team here. You've seen the enthusiasm. The enthusiasm stays on, and even though we've expanded into many other areas, I think at core we still have a lot of people with space, space geeks and space cadets around the office. So a lot of excitement comes when we talk about space prizes, and I hope to see a lot of activity in that area. When I was fortunate enough through a series of coincidences and sort of all the stars aligning to be able to go to International Space Station in 2006, I learned that it's better than anything I had ever imagined. And I was thinking about it and dreaming about it since I was probably 4 or 5 years old. And it was something that before I knew people should really do this and experience it, and it really, all my beliefs and, that thought that this should be available to everyone was even more strengthened by experiencing it firsthand. And I know that when people talk to me, especially people who want to go to space, they say, I envy you, and I'm sorry to be a subject of envy. I don't mean to be, but at least I'm hoping with the work we started at Express Foundation that it will be available and accessible to a lot more people. And with the new propulsion prizes that we're thinking about, definitely will be more affordable. One of the other questions I always get is, so how was it? The first question I get when people say this, how was it? I always thought about how can I explain in 5 minutes or less how it was to be in space, and it's definitely not something you can put into words and do it justice. I was fortunate that Bob helped me put a little video together, so when I have time, actually I show the video, and that helps me explain how it was. But it definitely is an experience that touches you on so many different levels, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and it stays with you. It changes your life. It impacts the way you think about the world. It impacts the way you think about little things that happen around you all the time. Things that were not important sometimes becomes more important. Things that you worried about too much are not that important anymore. So it was certainly true for me to be able to have this experience. I also got a lot of people asking me, so how did you get to go to space and how it all came about to be? And that was even a longer answer. That's why I had to write the book. And it took a long time because it was difficult for me to write the book. I only wanted to write about